I am Nora. That strange woman is Quint. I've never met her in my life. We write together. We play together. We are nurses together. And general absolute geeks together. Although one of us put on makeup because they set the bar too damn high.
Actually,
I'm not going to name any names. Bitch. I am
so not G-rated.
No, not unless the G stands for God damn it. Yeah, I just keep knocking that back. I do have the better coffee cup, though.
Oh, that is very true. Should we have rivalry caffeine habits?
Mine's better.
It is much better.
I know, because I've got you hooked on it, too.
That's
Hey,
true.
This is the sound of me drinking coffee on air, because we're professional. Oh, my God, is that good? It's iced coffee today.
Oh.
Right?
Oh, see, now, if you could just, airdrop me some of your coffee every morning, it'd be a beautiful thing.
Dude, they probably would. They're all hardcore military dudes, so I'm sure they would. Yeah, so we're here yakking because we actually write a series of books together because make-believe is so much more fun than real life. And we're here to talk about that whole process and whatever else strikes our fancy, which writing. We were totally going there, weren't we?
We'll circle back. It always circles back.
This is why we can't drive together either. Oh, we can. We just never go anywhere we're supposed to get to. Uber is our friend.
Steve is currently having a stroke and he doesn't know why. It's because we're driving together.
She lives on one coast. I live on the opposite coast. Literally, we live opposite coast. And we met in the middle of the country because she was buying a car. So, of course, I flew out for the day because, did I mention we're idiots?
Not even the day. For 6 hours, we got to hang out.
It was what we call the drug runner special. Yeah. Oh, yeah, writing.
Writing.
This might be why it takes so long for us to get stuff done. But I think the biggest challenge we have with our writing is describing what it is, like picking a genre, because it's a lot of genres.
Oh, it's action adventure.
It's action adventure, but it's also comedy, romance, mystery. It's military. It's Silver Fox. It is it's so much more than that. But it's also 18 books now.
Oh yes, and one finished.
Well, in this series,
and one finished. Yes. So no, but I think if you break it down onto an individual book level, it's clearly action adventure, which novel-wise is apparently not a category, but that's thriller. But if you do it over a series, then it gets much more murky because there's all this overarching family aspects, just how they function.
I don't even know if I classify them on an individual level as action adventure. I think they're much more not mystery. Keep it up, Rob, and I will turn the camera on you, and you will be on this podcast. I think they're more. They're somewhere between military bromance and Terminator.
I don't think that's a category.
Well, it should be. I think we should just change that. Action adventure apparently isn't a category either. I wouldn't say thriller because the individually it's an overarching thrill.
I have Googled this actually fairly extensively.
Well, if you Googled it, then it is absolutely correct.
It's better than Wikipedia and things.
Oh, even better. That fun fact, if you use Wikipedia as a source in your paper, the professors are not amused.
Yeah, fail. Automatic fail.
Boom. Not a valid source. I've heard about this. I've never done it.
Wait, what?
No, but I saw it on YouTube. It's got to be true.
Right? No, but the thriller category, because I was like clearly not a thriller, but that is an overarching like umbrella term, and it breaks down into a whole lot more, and then you get more into the action adventure side of things. However, if you're arguing that it is not action adventure, then I would challenge you with one book that we have written that does not have explosions or gunfights or fistfights amidst the bromance banter.
I can think of lots of books that have all of those things but aren't technically thrillers. I mean, my freaking family reunions have that, and they're not thrillers. They're just, reunions.
Oh, I think they're not thrillers just because that's your baseline.
Yeah, right? It's just every day, man.
Like, what's so abnormal? Well, everybody else leaves shell-shocked.
Oh, yeah, we both apparently share the same life. Because you work security at the airport, I worked for the airline. Then you became a paramedic and I became an LPN, and then we went to nursing school at like the same time.
Yeah.
RN school sucks really bad. But being an RN's awesome.
Yes. Yes, just getting there, the journey is not great.
No, if you aren't crying every day in the shower, you are not in nursing school. If you're not saying things like, but neither answer makes sense. None of this makes sense. Why would you pick magnesium? Why?
That is not how it works in real life. But nobody cares.
But now I have to go to the bathroom. What do we do with the podcast when I have to go to the bathroom?
I don't know. There's no pause button. Also, why Cruiser could never actually hold a hospital job.
Cruiser can barely hold any job.
Oh,
Cruiser
no,
is one of the characters, and really, he's just complete this side of antisocial.
Oh, incredibly. He's barely functioning in the real world. So Cruiser is the one of the main characters. He is a medic who is just ill-tempered. So he was.
He's so far beyond ill-tempered. He's just one surly fuck. I mean, that's just all there is to it.
I think that falls under ill-tempered.
I think that's like calling Niagara Falls a bit of a leak. Little bit of a drop, a little faucet there. No, he's beyond that. He is legit, I think, as Emery said one time, antisocial. I mean, except then you get his niece involved and he's wearing unicorn wings and going to tea parties and
begrudgingly so. Wouldn't it be better if
no, he's not.
Batman.
Boys are gross. Batman. Boys are gross. Got you there.
Besides, yes, they are. All boys are gross. Look how quickly he flips that switch.
Unicorns have stabby horns in their heads and they can kill people. I love that girl.
Yes, and he's raised her right.
No, when he's home, he's raised her right. Yes. It's amazing for a girl not being in any way, shape, or form blood related to him. She is so his daughter.
Oh, absolutely.
And his mother is eternally shocked by this. Her mother. Poor Katie. So you've got Cruiser, who's just antisocial. You've got Fletcher, who is absolutely insane, just completely insane. Like he holds it together well enough to be his pilot, but
fly a plane,
and all the planes,
all of them, all of the flying mobiles.
Yep.
He flies.
Yeah. Everything makes sense up in the sky, man. On Earth, it's all a little fucking hazy.
Yes. Yes.
But he's well aware of the fact that he's crazy and can, for the most part, navigate around it until he can't.
And then he really can't. But that is where Chance comes in. Chance balances him out on the ground.
No, Chance is beautiful.
Oh.
Chance knows he's beautiful. Chance is willing to use that to try to get out of having to actually work, ever.
Yes, but he also balances Fletcher on the ground. While, making him run cons with him and getting into all sorts of ridiculous trouble.
He's got larceny in his heart. He can't help it.
Flows through his veins.
Think of his niece, the cop who dealt with him when he was a juvenile, who said that this boy is like a retriever. He's like a retriever after a ball. If you chase him, he will run. When you show up, he will run. He can't help it. Like a retriever has to get that ball, he has to run from the police.
He sees a uniform,
he
will run.
Yeah. The
like,
nurse,
what'd you do?
mailman, UPS.
I don't know. What did I do? Well, nothing. I was stopping by to drop off some stuff that you forgot the last time you were in jail. But nothing now.
I was framed for that. Purely a misunderstanding.
So what happens is Nice shows up for absolutely no legal reason at that day, and Chance sees him and he takes off, and of course, like a retriever has to chase a ball, a cop has to chase a running person.
No, you have to chase a running Chance.
Because
Chance, it doesn't matter what's going on, he's got something illegal. Like you can't help it.
Absolutely. And then he winds up in the back of a cop car again for
but he's
no
so
reason.
Pleasant about it. He's so charming
really
about it. And really, women cannot resist him. And it's good because he really can't resist them.
Drop that smile.
Except for Emery. Then
Emery's just...
No, Emery doesn't understand it. You have Dex, who is built a lot like Jason Momoa. And
but he does not have the illustrious locks of Jason Momoa.
He has no locks whatsoever. He got rid of that. He ain't got time for that. You would completely think he is the hardcore, stereotypical inner city one, but he's not. He's our thinking man. He's our very introverted, very serious, and relatively also antisocial.
But balanced. Dex has balance in his life.
Dex doesn't do it for fun. Dex does it because people mouth off and they deserve to be hit.
Or Chance, or even Wolf. Dex has balance.
Wolf is the leader. He has no balance. He has a serious addiction to adrenaline.
Absolutely.
There is no balance whatsoever in that man. He's got the charisma and the larcenous heart of Chance. He's got the 1-2 punch injustice and thinking man's way of Dex. He's got the insanity of Fletcher, and sometimes the complete dickishness of Cruiser. He's our illustrious silver-haired leader who
yes,
much to Emery's chagrin, she is very attracted to, even though he's a jerk. That's
very much can be an asshole.
Yes, she very is resentful of the fact that she has a thing for him and will deny it.
And he knows it.
Yeah. Well, having a thing for people is dangerous when you start with that F word of feelings, and then when things happen and then you do stuff and you're not safe. It's not okay. Really not okay.
No, in fact, just this conversation has not only Emery, but Chance breaking out into hives because there's commitment and feelings, and God forbid even think of that L word. No, not doing that.
No. Love is a social disease. It is deaf, dumb, blind, stupid, and probably should be serving 10 to 20 years for criminal acts. It is no.
At least.
Yeah, no, Emery's not a fan. Yes, that was my phone.
I turned mine on to vibrate.
Oh, yes, but was that before or after we had a delay because Steve called you?
That was after. Actually, it was before. I just answered it because you were off doing things.
Oh, somehow it's all my fault.
It is. It's clearly your fault.
And we do have Emery, who was also a con at heart, but in a very different way than Chance. Hers is much more survival-based and planning.
Hers is much more planned. Chance just likes to jump in and play around.
No, that is how you get shot by the cops. Emery also would never run from the cops.
Not if you run.
What? Why would you
run? Around the corner, they can't shoot there.
But why would you run? You just let them take you in, and then you just get out. You just get out again. Come on. It's not that hard.
I mean, if you have a keeper above you that's somehow magically opening prison doors, sure. Chance, however, is not that fortunate.
Oh, really?
For
Like
a
he can't
while.
pick those locks.
Oh.
Like he can't talk his way out of 90% of that. Has not escaped a few maximum security holding cells. I think so. I think it's a lot easier to try to talk your way out of it than try to run. Besides, have you seen my heels? They're gorgeous. One does not run in Manolo Blahniks. One does not run in Yves Saint Laurent. One does not do that. That is dumb.
Well, then he will
pick
run
these right back
and
up.
come back to her to break her out of jail. Or
I will
wait
steal these right back out of
at a
evidence.
bar where she can meet him after she talks her way out.
You don't have to come get me out of jail. I got this.
That's why he's meeting her at the bar.
No, because you'll spend 10 minutes at that bar and then you'll be off with a few women. And then I'll have to wait outside a hotel for you. Or, a back alley or whatever you end up in. Not okay.
Judgy.
And this is why.
Very judgy.
This is why Chance and Emery can never hook up. They're too much alike.
And she mothers him, and it's disgusting.
No, she doesn't.
She so does.
She does not. She's not anyone's mother. She will tell you.
Just ask her. Because denial.
It's reality. I don't know where you get such ridiculous ideas. By the way, I got you this new raincoat. I noticed your other one had a tear. Look, it's from this year's spring collection. It hasn't even been released yet. And if anyone asks, you found it.
By tear, you mean that it got shredded while I had to go over barbed wire fencing.
No, I'm pretty sure that was, what was her name? Lena? Liana?
That was the other one.
Oh, yeah. Well, at least you were wearing a raincoat that time. Does they do that sometimes? Yeah. Those are the main ones, and then they all have their sidekicks. Although Emery would say she's really not one of the main ones.
Yeah, that's the continual debate with Emery. So there are 5 main male characters and 1 female character that is a part of the team if you ask any of the male team members. And then she does not think she is.
No. They do stuff
like
they
points of contention that causes a lot of problems.
They fight and they punch each other and they punch things, and that's Emery's not a big fan of any of that. She really does not want to get hit in any way, shape, or form, and they seem to thrive off of it like a plant needs water.
They do. It's how they talk half the time. However, she's not entirely left out of that, so.
Yes, well, she doesn't swing. That's why God invented drugs and tasers. You don't really have to do that. You just really have to make sure those tasers work. And she does prefer stun gun to taser.
Night table?
Stun gun, prefer tonight. Or, if you're in public, just yell, help. This man has kidnapped me, which is always effective.
And Chance takes off. Off to the races.
He doesn't even have to think about it.
No, and Cruiser just knows he's going to jail for the weekend.
And he deserves it. Cruiser and Emery are much more like brother and sister than I ever imagined. Because he has a real sister. He has a sister.
He has a sister that he is absolutely in love with.
Okay, adopted sister because that sounds really bad.
True.
He was adopted. What age was he adopted at? 13?
Oh, it's in a document somewhere. Yeah, he was. I can look it up.
And she would have been 15?
She is older than him.
Maybe she was 13 and he was 11.
Yeah, I think he was a little bit younger because he needed to be younger so that he didn't get all of the bad habits out of the foster care system.
Oh, just the smoking 12 packs a day? Of course, technically, he got that from his dad.
He actually, I think, got that from his uncle.
Oh, his dad smokes too.
Oh, his dad smoked too, but he hates his dad and he loves his uncle.
Boys are dumb. But we love them. We love them.
There it is.
Oh, this is us in our podcast just snuffing our noses. I'm trying to be all cool and be like, not touching my face. Or...
Totally
it's
not
allergies,
doing it.
not the vid. It's just allergies. We're both fully vaccinated.
I like that you feel the need to announce that.
Yeah, but actually saying that word will get you demonetized in a heartbeat on YouTube.
What?
The name of the virus.
Oh, God.
Yeah, right?
Good thing we're not making any money and probably never will.
No. Not from this. No, that is why we have jobs.
Yeah. Hey, I can drop that word like it's hot all day long.
Except you froze so nobody could hear it. My corona.
Okay, yeah, apparently I do not have that one bit of information in here.
Shocking, it's like we forgot it. I'm pretty sure he was 11 and she was 13.
Yeah. Yes, however, he acts
or maybe
like
9 and 11,
brother.
something like that. What's that?
He acts like her older brother when in fact he is her younger brother.
Yes. Well, that's because Katie's just Katie. Katie's very otherworldly. She just kind of floats above all the ugliness.
Yes, she does.
Never really bothers her. That's just how it is, but she's only ever having one kid.
Yes.
That's enough. Thank you very much. One.
Yes.
Done.
One kid is pretty much, Juliet is a handful, though.
Even before she knew it was a handful, there was only ever going to be one.
Yeah.
That one was a surprise.
Juliet is absolutely his kid with the way she talks and the way she acts, but she absolutely holds the higher standard that Katie has.
Oh, yeah. And that internal drive to please that Cruiser just doesn't have. Cruiser has an internal drive to fuck you. And if he actually does please you, he's a little upset about it.
I clearly messed up somehow until Sam comes along. Then she schools him a bit.
Sam is a girl, and Sam ends up being his girl. We're totally blowing that secret, but you can figure it out. It's the first book we finished, but yeah. He don't have a chance against Sam. He thinks he's like so much smarter and tougher and hardcore than Sam, and Sam could take laps around him any day of the week in any of those categories.
Oh, absolutely.
Except for swimming.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Because she will like magic skate across the water to get away from it.
Scooby-Doo right out of it.
Fish. Yes.
Yeah, no, she's not a swimmer. Yeah. But everything else, she got that.
Yes.
And actually, the smartest one of the bunch.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Which it takes Cruiser a while to figure that out, but eventually he does.
I'm not sure he ever does.
I think when they go on that date night where they're talking about his OCD and she like drops this whole like med journal thing on him. And he's just like, whoa. Okay.
Yeah, I read that once.
That?
No, I read that like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't think I was waiting
it was in a journal. I don't know. I was waiting at the dentist.
I got bored. I googled.
You should probably read one of those while you're at the dentist all the time, right? Because you keep getting your teeth knocked out.
Really, I think at this point you don't even like need a dentist anymore. Just get the dentures and be done. Yes, there's a lot of advantages to not having teeth. Now that I think about it,
you can buy your dentures in bulk.
It'd be very hard to eat bok choy.
When one gets broken, you just pop the new one in.
But then you have to gum all your and then how would you eat corn on the cob? I'd have to cut it off. And that just takes all the fun out of it. Corn off the cob is clearly inferior. Because Sam.
Yes. Yes. And I think at that point he realizes she is way more intelligent than he will ever be.
It's good that he's willing to be owned by women because he spends his life being owned by women for being so hard.
And he has zero ego tied up in it, which is surprising because he's the grr guy.
Yeah. No, he has no problem wearing that pink tutu for his niece. Or the fact that Emery has that picture in her wallet.
No, in fact, he actually really likes that picture.
So does she.
Yes.
Mostly because Juliet's got the biggest grin ever. No, actually, Emery really likes it because Juliet is so happy. And like she keeps that picture in there to remind herself not to kill him. He's an idiot. He's an idiot.
Well, just drug his vitamin water so you don't have to listen to him.
It is not drugging. She does not drug his vitamin water. She enhances it with Benadryl. Because going on a road trip like him is like being caged in a car with a hyperactive Jack Russell Terrier that has gastrointestinal problems. No, it is not fun. No. Frankly, I don't know why this entire unit didn't do that before they met me.
See, one of these days, it's going to backfire because there's going to be something that happens on a long car ride where they need like him to function and he's just zonked in the back seat.
That's what 911's for. They're all medically trained.
911 is probably who they're running from.
I don't think so. And really, they're all medically trained. And frankly, and if something that bad has happened, they've got bigger fish to fry than him being a little snoozy tired. I mean, it's not like she drugs him out completely. He'd just have to fight through the sleepies. He'd just be like, boom, wake up, jackass. Whippity wappity. And he'd be like, oh, I'm groggy, I'm unhappy, grr. Just like normal. He'd just be a little slower. So that's why she uses that instead of something more effective, like she uses on Wolf. Once or twice.
Or a half dozen times. Whenever the need is called for.
She's only used it on him once. She has shot him twice so far. In the same scene, actually.
I was going to say, I think she shot him twice, but has, hit him with bullets 3 times.
When was the third time?
Well, she shot him twice in one scene. I think that counts as 1.
But that's 2 bullets. Where's the third bullet?
I thought she had shot him before that.
She shot Cruiser. But again, deserved it. She shot him in that scene twice. She shot him aimed for the chest. Luckily, he was wearing a vest. And then when she figured out it was him, she shot him in the ass. Which, yes.
I thought she shot him once before, too. Maybe we haven't written that yet.
Maybe we have. It might be. He just doesn't listen. He just doesn't listen.
No, he does not. He has his own agenda. He has a plan.
And he's 100% sure she's going to fall into line.
Absolutely.
He's just going to flex his abs and she's going to just be like, oh, okay. And sadly enough, 90% of the time that works.
Yes.
That's why she doesn't want him near her. Stop moving. I said, stop moving. No, that's why she just drugs him the one time. I was like, oh.
Yes.
And he's like, why did you drug me? Because you won't fucking listen. How is this even a question?
Will not listen.
How have I not drugged you before this? Oh, she does use the taser on him. Actually, it's the stun gun.
That's what I'm thinking about. Remember
when he called for the training? And it's 8:00 at night, emergency tweak goes out. She comes in and he's like, oh, we have to train. And what you're wearing? And she's like, I am wearing a beaded evening gown and 3-inch heels. I am not doing this. And he's like, oh, you have to. And she's like, I'm pretty sure I don't. I am not one of your military dudes. And he's like, oh, how are you going to protect yourself? And as his mouth is going, she just reaches in her purse and grabs the stun gun. And
Chance is going to get in on that and leave also. He's in a tuxedo.
She just lays him out so they all can watch.
Tailored. I am out. We're going to go leave now, which means they're up to no good.
It means it actually means that Chance can't actually go because Wolf is going to come too, and he's going to be pissed, and he can't touch Emery. And Emery's just literally, they're all standing there, and while he's running his mouth, she just reaches in and tases him, and he goes down, and she just goes, and that, gentlemen, is how I'm going to handle a threat. puts it back in her purse, and walks, sachets out.
And Chance follows. He's so going to follow.
Oh, yeah.
No work, no
he's
running
so
going to
get stopped at the gate. And then Wolf is going to be furious with him.
Yes.
She can walk. You can't. You are one of mine.
Hey, guess who's
Run.
Also not in the military?
Run.
This guy.
Run. You got 3 seconds, and then I'm coming after you, boy.
Oh, he's going to have a crisis of conscience.
Oh, he's going to run. He can't help it. It doesn't matter how much he wants to go out and do things. He has to run. We've been through this. That's all Wolf has to say. Run.
Yeah, he's going to run after Emery.
And then Wolf is going to chase him down like his namesake and take him right to the ground. And we all know once Wolf gets you on the ground, it's his game.
Yes.
The ground game is strong in that one. Yes.
Yeah, so you meant that way, not that. I was clearly a miscommunication. Like,
drag him back by his leg.
Directions, maybe.
Dragging him back by his leg.
I mean, I get how it's hard to communicate.
Dirt coming up off from underneath his
on the
tuxedo.
ground after your girlfriend tases you, but like, am I
ripping
really
sound of his tuxedo pants? I'm pretty sure he lost a shoe. And now the shirt's torn. He's just dragging him along like a sack of potatoes, thumpity thump, thumpity thump. And Chance is just running his mouth the whole time. And
yes.
Wolf is just dragging him over the ground. He's going to arrive in shreds.
And I think
I think Cruiser will point out, I hate to say it, but Emery was right. That was very effective. You were out for like at least 25 seconds. Plenty of time for her to get out. She didn't even run. She just sashayed. Well, I just swayed her way out of here on those ridiculous stilts and her giant platypus feet.
Oh, because that is the one thing Cruiser is always good for. Name calling.
Emery's pretty good at it, too.
Yeah, those two are really the only ones that do it. And they generally do it to each other.
Yeah. Like, Fletcher will, just yakety yak yakety yak, but it's not name calling. It's just his own brand of flights of fancy.
Shit talk.
Well, Fletcher's magical thinking, but it's also flights of fancy, and it's shit talk that he disguises. It's
it's when it comes down to it, it's shit talk.
He's smart enough that you have a hard time figuring out if he's actually insulted you or not.
Although sometimes Cruiser's insults are so obscure that you also wind up with that question.
They're not obscure. He just makes stuff up. There's just no such thing.
Wait, if you actually think about that, it makes zero sense. But the sentiment was there.
You just made that up. That's not even a thing.
It's not. Still, you know what I meant.
No, I'm pretty sure I don't. First of all, I'm Catholic.
Clearly,
I don't even like peppermint. What are you talking about? I'm not saying that one. That will.
Yeah, I know. You'll have to read a book to actually find out what the whole insult was.
Then it left the gentleman very much confused.
However, it got the desired effect of a fist fight.
But it really didn't, because the guy had a backpedal. He was like, wait, what?
You
could have got to the fight much faster if he wasn't questioning if you were sane or mentally impaired.
Both. I mean, you can only take so many hits to the head before you're both.
Yeah, and he's definitely taken more than his fair share. He's a hot mess.
Yes, he is. They all are. And that
in very different ways. That's why they have to stay together.
Yes, that is the beauty of how they balance each other out.
More than balance each other out, they are literally, the sum is worth more than the total of its parts. They are together unstoppable, and
they have a synergistic effect when together.
And that's why Emery ends up with them, because she's going in there to check them out, and she can't figure out how the hell they work, and that just drives her crazy because she has a little bit of cat in her. What does this do? Poke. Swipe. She just cannot figure out how the hell they manage to function on any way, shape, or form, let alone at the elite level that they're at. There's a very small club of people who can do what they do. And
yes. Oh, and there was an echo.
It was your fault.
It
was your fault.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, because on paper, they are individually a hot mess on every level, no matter what way you look at them.
They're all diagnosable.
Absolutely.
I believe Emery talks about that when she's a little medicated and can't help herself because she can't keep her mouth shut when the drugs pop out. You're all literally diagnosable. She did find out the one way to get Chance's attention. I'm horribly rich.
Talk about money. Oh, wait, what? Like, what are those bank account numbers? Like one bank account. She apparently has like 17.
I don't believe in putting my eggs all in one basket. You need to plan. You need to be prepared.
A very good strategy. So what are those numbers again?
You need to have a place to run to that isn't Ohio, because that's really flat. Super flat and boring. Dull.
Numbers. Bank account numbers. Just one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
And fail. So close. He is so close to the pot of gold.
I'll give you a hint. There's a B in that account number. Billion. Billion. Oh, Chance, are you experiencing chest pain? And he's like, what the fuck are you doing here in Iraq if you've got billions?
Oh, he doesn't want this to make sense. He just wants the bank account numbers at that time.
Really, why are you here? It's all Wolf's fault. He's such an asshole. Why doesn't he make sense? Your fault, God damn it. Why am I here? That is a good question. Why am I here? Why can't I figure you out? You, I know everything about you besides how you got that scar on your hip, and I still can't figure out how do you work? I can't predict you, and I need to be able to predict you, because you have to be able to predict human behavior, or else you're not safe. And that's why you need to have at least 100 different bank accounts with many, 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 many different IDs in many corners of the world that you can get to quickly, just in case.
Chance has like a squirrel nest full of acorns. Because in the moment and not so much planning.
No, because he goes by the pure charisma and charm, and she goes by the. She is not a method actor.
She is a chess player, but she plans out her whole strategy before she ever enters the match. And Chance is just like, and I think this looks like a good move.
Which makes him so hard to. That's why he's so successful. Because she has multiple strategies based on what other actions are. Yeah, the engineer gene is deep in her too, but yeah, it's like, no, one does not simply just wing it. Do you see the literal drug smugglers with lots and lots of big guns that really are not that crazy about con artists? And I really do not want to put holes in this outfit.
Oh, you just don't get caught. That's the plan. Don't get caught.
That's true. By not getting caught, you plan so you don't get caught.
No,
I'm a big fan of not getting caught.
Get caught.
By planning.
No. No, that's
wishing it so?
Yes.
Because I said so.
It's like there's what's your plan? This is the plan.
Emery's eyes twitching a little bit.
And he is so successful at it.
Well, and Fletcher's really good with him too, because Fletcher's completely insane and willing to bounce anything off around at any point in time.
Yes, Fletcher is completely dynamic. Like, there is no concrete anything in his world. So he's fluid. He can just play whatever you need him to be at the moment.
Chance and the team are the only concrete things in his world, but it's fun. It's a challenge. It's like flying. You don't know what's going to happen. So you have to like he's like, oh God, what is our secret? Tell me, Emery, I'm dying to find out.
We have a secret. I bet it's big and juicy.
Ooh, I can't wait to find out what my secret is. Oh, oh, I can't believe I did that. Yes. He did what? How dare you? Emery, not so much on that. That's swear to God chance. If you make me the goddamn sexy secretary one more times, I'm ripping your nads off.
Fine, you're the stewardess. Happy? No
Flight
longer a secretary.
attendant. Flight attendant.
The stewardess just once for this.
Flight attendant.
Come on.
Flight attendant.
I even got you an outfit. Here you go.
It'll look great on you.
Look, I'm a pilot.
I was cute. Unfortunately, I got to the paperwork first because I actually planned this. You are the flight attendant. Actually, you're the baggage handler. Fletcher's the flight attendant. I better make him the pilot. He's the pilot. I'm the co-pilot.
I don't think my hips are going to work for this.
That is unfortunate. Bye-bye.
I had this.
Sorry, I can't hear you. Got to go into the cockpit.
You were going to look great.
Cockpit. Click. I'm so glad these doors locked now. Oh my God, Fletcher, I didn't know they had champagne service up here. Damn. What? Have fun in the baggage carousel. This is my Emery plans.
And that is the upside to planning. The carpet just gets pulled out from under him.
Luckily, he can bounce. he can figure it out because she ain't doing that.
That's what he does.